You know, I didn't have to shoot up anything. I didn't have to drink anything. I didn't have to go party anything. All I had to do was just go work out. And now what's going to happen is a residual effect of that. Not only did my body grow, but my belief in whatever my current endeavors are, they're just, they seem closer. They seem like, you know, I can reach out and grab them now. And you don't get that sense of confidence by going through society's rhyme the reasons. You know, you do your own thing, you know, especially when everyone else isn't doing it and they call you crazy, whatever else. Oh, you're in here and people driving by being like, what the fuck's that guy doing up so late? Well, what's up so late mean? I don't know. It's the moments in life, the decisions you make on a moment-to-moment basis that add up to be the guy or not the guy. Tonight, I did something, you know, that I feel more of a guy. For me, who I am, my guy. You know, repeat that over and over and over again. It's just, one, it's a better life. You feel like more confident, you have a better sense of reality. You know, the way you go about your day is this, in a more productive fashion. You're more goal-oriented. They all just synergetically go together into a movement, a force that's very unstoppable, man. And with that success come a lot of people that are, you know, gonna applaud you, but the majority will hate you, man. They really will. They're gonna hate you because, you know, your success is a spotlight shining down on their misfortune. They fucking hate you for what you're doing is reminding them of their missed opportunities and stuff. Okay. So, you know, that's lonely, man. Just like being this only car out in the parking lot. But if you're cool with that, man, if you're cool with walking in the shadows of yourself and, you know, the only person you got is the man right there in the shadow, man. How you doing? Pretty good. How you doing? All right, man. Cool, cool. It's kind of weird having a conversation with you, but ain't no one else around because everyone else has faded way back then. Way back then. You know, if you're cool with that kind of walk of life, I tell you, man, that's shit. The world is your playground. You will rewrite the book on it all. Time to go and get some sleep. And the sleep I get, by the way, I've earned. I'll be dead asleep in no time. But I'll wake up mentally clear, confident, excited to redo this again tomorrow.
I was running by a graveyard. I mean, I was fucking just trying to become, I was fat. And I ran by a graveyard and I looked out there and I have all these epiphanies, man. I have all these fucking moments of like, it's crazy, man, of this thought. Cause I'm always by myself. I'm always in deep fucking thought about how to be better. And I look out there, I'm like, man, I wonder how many of you motherfuckers in there fucking just are so upset with how you lived your life. And fucking just regret how you lived it. And I'm running a 300-pound man thinking, man, don't fucking die like this, bro. Don't die like this. So people wonder where this shit comes from me. It comes from such deep thought of trying to see what this is all about. What is this life all about? What am I all about? Why am I here? You know, I had to find purpose, and my suffering, it had a purpose.
I used to live in a little estate, and when you explore outside that estate, you start meeting new people, and then fights would happen. You know what I mean? Young boys would fight. But it just stuck in my head a little bit more. And something like that happened. It was always in my head. I go back and think about it. I think about what happened, what position happened, and just think about things. I wasn't necessarily bullied or nothing like that, you know what I mean? I've had my friends grow up. It's just, criminal's a tough area, you know what I mean? It's just the way it was as growing up, but...
Are you the guy to do it? And that's not for me to answer, you know? It's, the odds are low, right? The odds of people who seriously get their goals accomplished are low. But that's including the percentage of the people that just gave up and they just couldn't handle consistent effort. They didn't want to work at something. So that's all you have to do to separate yourself from 90% of the people who you're in. I mean, not that you're in competition with anyone else, but look, for the sake of this statement, yeah, you are. You know, if 1 million people get a gym membership every fucking year, and 50% of them are not even going to use it, 30% of them are barely going to use it, and then that last 20%, that's guys who are going to go inconsistently. Now, of that 20%, probably only 10% of the guys are seriously grinding And only 5% of the guys are doing that as well as dealing with their diet. And then probably an even smaller percentage of those guys are doing hard, consistent training that they're trying to optimize over time, doing their cardio, counting their calories, making sure they're getting quality protein sources, kind of revolving their routine such that they can accommodate a 2-hour portion of time dedicated to the gym, day for fucking thousands of days, right? So that's what happens. You know, there's no mystery that somebody that is able to do that is going to get results. Really, the only kind of question is, like I said 2 fucking seconds ago, are you that guy? Right? Is this something that you want to do? And that's not a rhetorical question. You know, if you don't want to become if you don't want the work weightlifting in the gym to be your thing, it doesn't have to be. I definitely think you should work out in general just because it's good for you. You're going to feel better. You're having a bit of muscle on your frame. It's just going to make life easier.
After a while, I lived a life so disciplined that everybody that I once looked to, these fake characters, I built that as a man. And when I was younger, I had this image in my mind of what does a man look like to me? And I got all these people who were badass characters. And in my mind, I became that. And that's what kept me going a lot, was I had this pipe dream of becoming a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Because when you have no parents raising you and you have no role models growing up, it's not daydreaming. You start to create a reality like, oh, maybe I can be that. And after becoming this guy, that is the biggest thing I can ever do in my life, is I became that guy. That I once looked at all these guys, now look at myself like, God, who the fuck can do that? I can't. But what it takes is a discipline that no one can ever even, they don't understand it. They don't understand it. Everybody has the ability to do it, but they just don't want to. They want to keep asking questions, keep going to seminars. And the greatness is right in you. And that's why, once again, I'll say this a million times here, I do not feel sorry for you. I will not sugarcoat what I'm going to say to you, because all of you know what I'm saying is the truth. Everybody knows it's the truth. This is what it looks like. And you know it too. You know it too. This is what, if you ain't got nothing, I hate to tell you, what it looks like is ugly. It's not a documentary. It's not an HBO special. You ain't gonna watch it, hey man, you guys gotta watch this. No, it's like, oh God, this looks like a train wreck. It's like a nightmare. This looks like this guy got, no. That's what it looks like. Hard work looks horrible. It's not motivating. It's not motivating at all. It ain't like Rocky round 14 where he gets knocked down and goes like this to Apollo Creed. It looks like a man being stuck in a fucking dungeon and there's no fucking way out. But you have the fucking key.